Can we get somebody in chat to say if we're real or not?
I mean, we'd be on the break screen if we weren't.
Oh, okay, fair.
Hello, gamers. We've got a fight between... I don't think Zeddy's supposed to be here.
I wanted to talk about what's different.
Oh, okay. Sure, go for it.
First,
So, hello everybody. So, me and Drum are going to be running the new and upcoming Speedrunners cut for Shadow the Hedgehog. This is a mod that lets us time things a little bit better because gaming or in-game time for Shadow is kind of a mess when it comes to verifying runs and whatnot. And this also kind of makes things a little bit more streamlined for getting running on emulator and whatnot. So we're gonna do the race RTA, but when it comes to like the final tally, we're gonna have like our in-game times going. Or yeah, we're live. Okay.
yep, that works. At Restreamer, are we supposed to have a bunch of runners on stream right now?
Yeah, it looks.
Wheel of random text.
Wait, Jacko is here? That's what Deku says. Is this real? Yeah, Jacko was planning to be on this, but he had to drop out at the last minute, but he may be back, perhaps? Maybe? I'm unsure.
If that's possible, it'd be great if we can get him in.
Let's see. Waiting for updates from Deku. Yes, he says he barely made it back. Let's go, Jacko Gaming. Unfortunately, this means that Deku's gonna have to set up some more stuff on the live stream. Oops.
Looks like we have some gaming on our hands, but it might take a little bit longer to set up.
Yeah, just be patient, gamers. It'll be here eventually.
We might even want to go back to the break screen.
Goodbye, Blaze and Zeddy.
We can talk about video gaming. So this is Shadow. This is like the bonus SAEM game. It's there's like, so we say there's 5 SAEM games, which is Sadex, SA2, Heroes, Shadow, and 06. Shadow is like the black sheep, black hedgehog kind of thing. He's clearly the odd one out. You don't play as Sonic. You play as Shadow. But it definitely, like, the gameplay still counts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this is going to be a run of... It's actually just 3 runs combined, 3 runs back to back. So Shadow categories are pretty short. And then there's like 1 long category. So they're like, why don't we just do 3 of the short ones, and that makes a big one. So they're going to be doing 2 category extensions. One of them is called All Dark Missions, and so you just do... Obviously, in a playthrough of Shadow, you do 6 stages in total. So you always choose the dark option. So you will do Westopolis Dark, Digital Circuit Dark, Cryptic Castle Dark, Central City Dark, the Ark Dark, Gun Fortress Dark. And then we're going to do Normal. Normal is not a real category. We're just going to be doing the entire basic neutral path. So you would have done this as a casual gamer, probably. And then we're going to do All Hero. That's the other category extension. This is one that I actually tried to learn before. Drywall tried to learn all Dark Missions before, and Neutral is just like the obvious, we know how to do that. Mostly, don't really know about Sky Troops. And yeah, so in Hero we'll do Westopolis Hero. What's the other one called? Lethal Highway Hero.
Yeah, that's one.
Circus Park Hero. Death Ruins Hero. Lost Impact Hero, that mission. And Final Haunt Hero.
Yeah, so technically all 3 of these are not categories that are typically played. I mean, Neutral, it is normally played, but in Neutral, you usually take a different path where you do... What is it? I know it's Prison Lane.
You go to the Doom. Prison Island Dark. Yeah, Prison Island Dark, the Doom Hero, and Airfleet Hero. The Doom Neutral Airfleet Hero. So that means you completely bypass Sky Troops and Iron Jungle. Just because it's faster. I know that like some people will just choose to not do that, I think does draw does your run just do the pure neutral path?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it loses about 2 minutes, so unfortunate. But
Wow.
whatever.
Yeah, the main time save is in stage 4 because the Doom neutral, because of a like sequence break in the level, basically, you can beat the stage in like 25-30 seconds. Meanwhile, Sky Troops neutral is a really long stage, 2.5-3 minutes or something.
Oh, looks like our runners will be going right about now.
Let's go. We were just getting rid of something, I think.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Okie doke. So yeah, the top 2 gamers are playing on the modded version, speedrun cut, so called SX, which you hopefully will see a lot more of in the future. But I'm pretty sure they're both playing on settings that make it so everything is completely normal. And
Oh,
then
it
on the
looks like
bottom
it's
just
the
got
left too,
regular.
actually.
Oh yeah, that was some red.
Yeah, that is not a normal shadow color.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know. And then in the top right we got some blue. We got red and blue.
Oh, so it is just Pokemon Masters not playing on the cut, I assume then.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, I was confused. It's actually diagonally. I see.
I think Zeddy's also on it. He's just not got any.
Oh, Zeddy is on the right though, I think.
Is he? Oh, you're totally right. Yeah. Zeddy, because his line leads to the right, so he is on the right. Okay, so this is Westopolis. We're actually going to see this 3 times, but it's going to be a different mission every time at least. So to start off with, we're doing Dark, and so Dark means we have to kill every single gun soldier, of which there's like 60 or something ridiculous. I've never done this level.
35, or yeah, 35.
35. Okay, well, I suppose that's better.
I believe there's an extra robot, so technically 36, but you can just miss it, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, in SA2, there's such an enemy as a golden beetle, and there's one in pretty much every stage, and it's 1,000 points that it gives. And golden beetles are actually in this game. You might not know. It's only in stages that have gun enemies anyway, so it's only like 11 of the stages, so half of them. And it moves extremely quickly, and it's normally in like a really out of the way area. For example, at the Arc, it's like past the goal ring, which is really weird.
Interesting.
And so there is a category that that Dream made just all gold beetles %, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And in stages where, like, obviously it appears in levels that have gun enemies anyway, and so typically there, there's a dark mission that says kill all the gun enemies, or like the humans, what have you, and but the golden beetle does not count. So there's in those stages there's essentially an extra one, and if you get the golden beetle, then you can skip doing a regular enemy. But the golden beetles are like really tough to hit, like honestly, so you pretty much never do that.
Interesting. I guess one thing we probably should talk about that we haven't so far is chaos control routing. In many stages, you are going to see them be killing enemies that are aliens, or like whatever the enemy is that gives hero points, even though that's not the mission here. Because they want to get chaos control at certain parts of the level so that it can skip over sections faster than it would be just walking through them normally.
I've just noticed they've raised Pokemon Master's timer because his name is so long. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, Dream is the first one. It's Digital Circuit Stage 2. So I've done expert mode runs of this because we held a tournament for it back in August. That was really cool, frankly. I'm glad I did that. And Digital Circuit is like boring. It's the second stage. It is just so Resident Sleeper. At least it's not toxic, but it is boring.
I don't know. I'd rather play any stage. Well, not any stage. Most stages other than Westopolis. You play that one so much in normal.
In expert mode, I hate Westopolis. It's just the biggest reset trap for me. I like. You wouldn't expect that from me, but I just reset until oblivion.
Sad.
They call it Resetopolis for a reason. In theory, the only Dark Missions path sucks, because obviously Westopolis sucks. Digital Circuit sucks. Cryptic Castle is my least favourite level in the game.
Interesting.
At least for expert mode runs, I hated Cryptic Castle. And then the Ark is an auto-scroller. So all you've got left is Central City, and maybe that's fun. I don't really know. Which one's Dark? Oh, that one's pretty fun.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun, I think.
And then Gun Fortress is kind of goated. I love Gun Fortress.
Yep, this is the Gun Fortress fan club on commentary here.
Yeah.
So what do you do in the dark mission for this stage? I believe is you gotta go to the second end instead of the first end.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the goal here for dark mission. So just gotta play the stage for longer. I love sitting on the rails and doing nothing. I wonder if any other games make you do that, huh?
Yeah. This is the Egg Fleet experience. If you don't do the warp or the bot boosts.
True. Rail Canyon as well. Except you actually get to grind in directions there.
Yeah, here you just have, you have control over whether you go left or right at any intersections, but there's no way to speed it up. I'm actually not sure if there's like optimal paths. So look at the top right, what Zeddy is doing. This part is horrible. I'm not sure if I'm just like skill issued, but I find depth perception to be really hard. So the jump off of there is really tough, and then actually being able to grab onto one of those poles is also really tough.
I would also agree with this, but looks like the runners can do it fine, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the key doors, we should probably talk about that, huh?
Yeah, so this is an NG+. Pretty much everything in Shadow is NG+. Like, that's the default. Because if you beat an All Stories playthrough, then you unlock all of the extra guns. And then you can also unlock, collect keys through the level, which are permanent upgrades, like permanent collectibles. And if you collect all 5, the door will open slowly whenever you get to it. And in certain stages behind the key door is a warp to take you further into the stage, and Digital Circuit is one of those. For some reason.
Yeah, I feel like this game probably has a pretty bad barrier for entry for most people, considering you have to actually beat the main game like 10 times to actually be able to start running it.
It's really horrible, so GURP would have done runs if it wasn't for that. For example, he came to me and was like, "Drum, why when I break open the boxes, why isn't the rifle there?"
It's sad. Yeah, this happened to somebody else I was watching recently as well. Quite sad.
Yeah, and you have to explain, yeah, you need to do the entire All Stories playthrough, which involves doing the main story 10 times. And so that was it. I don't think GURP has even thought about Shadow ever since.
Unfortunate. Now he's retired.
We'll never be able to, yeah. But with these gamers using the SX mod that Zeddy is developing, people won't have to do that anymore in the future. So unfortunately for Shadow, Dolphin is not one-to-one with the base game, which really sucks. So it means that you can't accept emulator runs onto the main board, and we haven't made separate emulator boards yet. And so what Zeddy's doing instead is he's making his own version of the Dolphin version, basically. He's adding tweaks specifically for speedrunning, because we have to make separate boards anyway. Why not make it easier for verification purposes and what have you? So that's what he's doing, and then at some point, sooner or later, that'll get released, and so we'll have a proper MU version for this game. Jacko is having a time at the moment.
Yeah, very sad. You hate to see it. We do got some gamers heading into Cryptic Castle, though.
Yeah, so let's see. Cryptic Castle Dark. So this one, honestly, might be even worse than Expert Mode, because you have to go to a secret ending here. So you have to get pretty much right to the end of the stage, and then there are split paths. There's actually 3 split paths in the final room. To go straight, you do the neutral mission. To go right, you do the hero mission. And to go left, you do the dark mission. And so you go left, and the path just goes on forever and ever, and it's an auto-scroller, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Because awesome.
Oh, interesting strat from Dream Syntax here. I don't think I've seen this strat.
These are crazy.
Yeah. Interesting.
So Dream is genuinely like so good at this game. It's
True.
he chooses to not do like the other Sacer games, just because this generally has like less overall movement options. It's still like really optimizable, but generally there are fewer movement options, and so he just kind of likes to stick to this because it still has a high skill ceiling, but it's also just got a pretty nice like low skill floor.
Looks like Zeddy is doing the same strat as well. Interesting. Maybe this is a new strat I haven't really kept up with the all dark missions in particular path.
So this mission, what you have to do, it's an entirely different goal than in the past. So we've had like kill all the enemies, get to the second ending. This one, you have to, you do have to get to some kind of second ending, sure, but along the way you have to light all of these torch things. So you have to use like these torches that Jacko just picked up here, and then you have to go to these like cauldron kind of things and set them on fire. And there's 5 in total throughout the stage. It's like this one here with the red arrow. Yeah, so he's just done it. So that's his first. So there's 4 more for him, and then the final one is at the end of like the second ending. So it's effectively the same as last time, but you also have like MacGuffins you have to do along the way.
Thank God, Shadow just came up with a lot of different random objectives for you to do that range from actually fun to very boring and, in some cases, very monotonous.
Hell yeah.
Any Mad Matrix fans?
I'm a Mad Matrix fan. I'm a
Sorry
huge
to hear.
Matrix fan. Okay, so we have the guy in the top right, Zeddy, going into that final room where you split paths, so he's going to go over to the left. Well, first he's going to actually get this one because it's the 4th one. And he's going to get it. Okay, I guess he was just taking his time. So now he can go off this way. And yeah, so he has to do this auto-scroller, where he sets these lanterns on fire.
Yeah, and after that you have to do the second, longer auto-scroller that Dream Syntax is in right now. Unfortunate.
So you can actually speed up this section by holding A to make your dude go faster, and then you can like pilot it. And sometimes there's like obstacles and stuff, and I'm not even totally sure how to avoid them some of the time.
Let's go, Dream. Winning.
So he goes into Central City, so the first like genuinely really good stage of the run. 12 minutes in, let's go.
That's the run.
So in this one, in Central City, so obviously because you're doing like all dark missions, so this is like, it's the choose your own adventure game. So it's at this point in the story, they're like, wow, this guy sucks, he's a terrorist, let's kill him. And you're helping the Black Arms, and so they're trying to blow up his city. Central City. Oh, there's Eggbreaker, I forgot about this dude. You just shoot him a bunch, he's very stupid.
Yeah.
There's 3 of these fights. I think this is the only one we're going to see, though. Oh no, wait, we're going to see the one after Iron Jungle in the next run.
Yeah, the Iron Jungle one? Thank God, easiest boss fight in the world.
Yeah, the world record is like 4.99 seconds, and it's held by Silver Boxer. You know, the dude who's like genuine world record fastest masher. He apparently he's like friends with Pokemon Master, and he did it on Pokemon Master System. He mentions it in his run description.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Because yeah, that one there's a turret right behind you, so you just mash. Stupid.
Sorry, Doctor, but that.
So that's a world record that literally is never ever going to be beaten, but at least by like established Sacer runners.
Yeah. Very sad. No free world record, what's the point?
Okay, so Central City, so there's 2 missions you can do here. Either you can help Knuckles by eliminating a bunch of small bombs. I think there's like 50 in total or something, and you want to eliminate 30 of them. Or maybe it's like 30 in total, eliminate 20, I don't remember. Or you can do the Dark mission, which is to blow up all 5 big bombs, which will destroy the city. And so there's the first one, you just homing attack it a few times. If you've taken a few attempts to get that going. So there's Knuckles. Okay, I couldn't read if that was 20 or 30. Oh well.
I believe 20, but maybe I'm wrong.
So in here we'll be getting we'll be filling up our dark meter. So in the top left, so we're going to shoot a bunch of these gun enemies, and eventually this will fill up our negative meter, which will and whenever it's full, you get a couple neat things. You get invincibility and unlimited ammo. So we've got this gun, and we're just going to like hold down the B button, and it's just going to shoot constantly. So what like this, you also get the power up obviously from having a max meter, which for Dark is Chaos Blast, which is basically a screen wipe. Except it takes so long that you might as well just shoot all the enemies with your unlimited ammo and invincibility.
True.
That was a really good time. A 106.
Let's go. That was pretty gaming, yeah. What time?
106. I think a Dream...
105 for Zeddy as well. Interesting.
Damn. So, there's been something going on with that level. At least the last time I was checked, there was a lot of lore here. So, there is a runner of this game, a past runner, that everyone's been trying to beat their times. And this was one of the few that they had remaining. But there like wasn't really any video of it, so we had to guess the route. And Dream was like, we kind of know what it is, but it's so hard to beat. And then he finally discovered this other route, and now can beat it.
Let's go. Yeah, that runner, not the greatest person, but they're gone now.
Yeah, you can change every negative into a positive. Just make it a community-wide effort to beat their times. And that's apart from the boss ILs. I think we've done it now for all stage ILs. I think Central City Dark was the final one. So now we're in the Arc Dark. So this is an auto-scroller, and both missions you can do are both auto-scrollers, which is kind of awesome. In this one you have to shoot the 4 missile defense systems, whatever they're called.
Oh, I see. They didn't actually get 105 and 106. The timers have the continuous running IGT at the top. Actually, interesting. It seems like they're very, very close in IGT right now, which is very cool.
Oh. Challenge. I'm quite challenged. So
There is a skip you can do for the other mission, but this is glitchless, so you really wouldn't be doing it anyway, so it's sad.
Yeah, glitchless mostly means that we're not doing Chaos Control Glitch, which is like completely game breaking. You just zip to the end of the stage. It's not super useful in like, you know, hit all hero missions or dark missions, because it's like the Team Chaotix kind of dilemma where you'll fly past the objectives if you do that.
Oh, I was talking about the FR skip thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, you can't do that in this one anyway, because you actually need to shoot the things. But yeah, there is so this stage is just a take on Final Rush from SA2, and there is a skip exactly like Final Rush skip, thankfully.
Thank God.
Except obviously it goes right to the goal ring, so it's only useful for the arc neutral.
Everybody in the auto stroller stage? Awesome.
Dream is taking some time.
Don't worry about it.
Zeddy's turn to take some time. I guess this is just the strat.
Interesting.
And so after this we get a boss fight.
Oh yeah, it's...
Blue Falcon.
Yeah.
So apparently there's like some love letter stuff between Shadow and the F-Zero series for some reason. So Blue Falcon is the name of a dude from F-Zero, and I'm pretty sure there's like something else like that between the two games on F-Zero's side of things. I can't remember.
Interesting. I did not know this fact.
I think it was like a Did You Know Gaming kind of thing, or just some random gaming trivia. And so yeah, so this, it has a it's basically the heavy dog fight, like the same enemy pretty much, but just entirely different, like Eminence and Arena. And similar song as well, but slightly changed. I prefer this one actually to the Heavy Dog one. And they're both remixes from the SA2 Gun Robot Fights.
Like Heavy Dog if it was even worse. Awesome. Not a big fan of having to go up and down in the arena personally.
I have no idea how to do this fight, I've never tried. And so this is all like dramatic, like fall into earth. I think it's really cool to be honest. Because obviously we're doing like the Omega Dark path right now, like you are one evil son of a bitch. You're trying
Yeah.
to kill everyone. You're basically just trying to like ruin the entire planet for the Black Arms.
Planet piercing eclipse cannon. There's no escape for
So now we get to Gun Fortress, which is for sure the best stage and unquestionably the best music.
I don't know about unquestionably, but it's
Oh,
definitely
what?
really up there. It is pretty damn good. Got the cutscenes. Yes, you love to see them. There really is a lot of cutscenes here, huh? I guess I
gotta
must
just-
have forgot.
They gotta just prove to you how much, like, how bad it is, like, the president's about to die, etc., etc. So this is, like, the last bastion of, like, humanity, I guess, like, Gun Fortress. This is where they're gonna, like, try and finally stop you. And yeah, it's so cool. There's definitely, like, for the speedrun, there's a couple things that kind of suck. There's some rail jumps that you gotta do that definitely suck. But there's a lot of running just like there normally is in Shadow. But I love holding up.
Yeah, that's the game.
There's a lot of door techs you can do. So in this game, if you run up against a door, it doesn't immediately cancel all of your speed. There's basically like a grace period. And so what you generally want to do is use that grace period to your advantage. You want to push against the door, possibly even at an angle, and then when it finally opens up, you can run through it basically at full speed, frame one. And that's like really cool. There's not really anything like that in any other SAEM game. That's a really cool piece of speed tech.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of the railing jumps personally. Can't really find out how to get them consistently, but maybe I would these days. It's been a while.
So Dream managed to get the jump over the fan there. You can do that for the third fan. It's kind of precise. So Dream tried to get to that final height platform just then, and what he could have done instead of taking that pulley is just do a collision jump off of the railing that he like was grinding on. He could just go to the back wall and then like face the camera and do a jump off of that railing. It took us a long time to realize that you could do that, to be honest. But that's definitely a cool backup strat that isn't super slow. So yeah, he's got to remember to actually like do the objectives here. So there's 3 like mother computers that you have to shoot.
Yeah.
You just do the regular path, the regular speedrun path though, and then instead of like, so you go past all of them anyway. So the only difference is you have to remember to shoot them, and then the level ends like 10 seconds early or so.
Yeah, one thing that happens here in the key door is that there's not a warp, but there is a separate path, which is slightly faster. I'm not sure how slightly, but it is fast.
Yeah, you do skip like an auto-scroller section, but you can at least skip most of it, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not sure how much it saves. And we're going up here. What is this? Whoa!
Energy!
I've never seen that.
Me neither. Must be new. So I guess we're almost done here for Dream Syntax. We just gotta fight Diablon and Sonic.
So Diablon is like their, like Gun's, like prized possession, like their finest creation, and it's actually unfinished. And it's just a dude inside a mech.
It's just a dude.
The song's pretty alright, I guess. Kinda. It's weird. He has like For some reason, he has like double the health that you would imagine compared to like every other boss fight. So you just got to spend a bunch of time here. It really sucks.
The IL is pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not very consistent.
Yeah. As far as I know, the Diablon boss fights suck. And so like that animation typically happens at half health, but for him it happens at quarter health because he just has like a ton more health than anyone else. I don't understand. I don't know if it's like a glitch, or like they misentered it or something.
I did not even know that. Interesting. Oh, let's go.
So yeah, we have infinite ammo now, so we don't have to just homing attack anymore. We can just mash. Or yeah, mash. I think.
GG
Oh,
for
that-
the first leg there. Let's go.
Nice little glitch. Well, not glitch, but like exploit that he chaos blasted right at the end, and so it had some really awesome visual effects just lasting there.
What? 17:28? I don't know what a good time is, but it sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Unfortunately, it looks like Zeddy is having some issues with Diablon here. Makes sense, I would be too.
Getting out the truth. Okay, so yeah, Dream's going right back into it. He's going to do the neutral missions now. And so Dream is incredibly goated at Westopolis neutral. It's like Westopolis is crazy. So obviously it's like really important for shadow speedruns because you're always going to do it most of the time. But it's also probably got the highest skill ceiling out of any stage. It's so difficult. And he was like, well, I guess I better become incredible at it. And so he just did. He's so good at it.
Goat emoji. Let's go.
Mere humans
Zeddy
cannot
finishing up
stop
with
me.
the first leg as well. Let's go, gaming. Yeah, we won't really be able to calculate the IGT for Jacko and Pokemon Master at the moment since they don't have the running IGT on the regular version. Bit sad, but is what it is. $18.21 for Zeddy. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is true. We don't actually know what pace they are on IGT right now, considering that console does have worse loads than the emulator version that we're playing here.
I actually think that they're playing on console. I think they've literally got, like, using Nintendo, I think they're playing SX on console.
They are interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, me neither. I have not modded a Wii. Sorry, fellas. Ah, just one hit away, looks like, for Pokemon Master. GG.
There we go.
For the first part, it's not over yet. Sorry, I keep saying that. Oops. In theory, our load time should be the same. Okay, thank you, Dream Syntax.
Behold the ultimate power.
Okay, so next up is a Glyphic Canyon. This is another stage that generally you always have to do. Just get to the goal and Dream's really good at.
Glyphic Canyon sure is a stage that you can play. Yep. Nothing really notable about it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Glyphic Canyon. I think its vibes kind of suck.
Yeah, I'm also not the biggest fan of the gameplay or the million cutscenes in between it and Westopolis.
Oh, yeah, there's like one full RTA minute, unfortunately, of like result screens, cutscenes loading between the end of Westo and the start of Glyphic Canyon. Like exactly 1 minute. It sucks.
It looks like Diablon is a pretty hard boss. I did not actually do too much for it, so I didn't actually realize.
Yeah,
Very
Diablo
sad.
sucks. Yeah, so like In expert mode, there are no bosses, so there's definitely some things in this game, particularly like weird bosses that I don't know about for speedrunning really. But yeah, I know that Diablo kind of mostly sucks.
Let's go, Jacko. Gaming. So glad that we get to play the neutral route here, the straight through one, where you can see that they copy pasted the same level design in the same route, 2 stages apart. Not the same
Yeah.
level design, but pretty much the textures, everything, it just looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
Sky Troop?
I thought that was weird because, like, you know, having like sister stages is not uncommon. They did that in SA2, and you know, obviously they do it in Heroes as well, basically.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the Glyphic Canyon Sky Troop sister stages. Obviously, when like you're doing your first playthrough of this game, you're gonna just get to the goal ring, and so you're gonna get to Glyphic Canyon as your second stage, and you're gonna be like, oh well, that stage sucked. At least it's over now. And then it's there in the fourth stage again.
It's there, except it's worse because you have to use the mech thing.
And then
Sad.
there's only 6 stages total. And then at the end of the game, it's like, now do it 9 more times, idiot. And you're just like, holy shit.
This is a game that they made, I guess.
As I'm sure Aura Ace would say, good luck, idiot.
Facts.
It's a good Aura quote.
Jacko getting the spin dash jump there. Spin dash jumps in this game are whack. I don't know why they work differently than spin dash jumps in like any other game, but they do. They seem to like curb a lot of your momentum.
Yeah, they I don't know quite how they work. I'm raised on SA2, which is a world where you can perform your spin dash jump on thin air if you press A on the right frame. So when I go to like Sadex or Hit or Shadow and it's not like that, I'm just like, wow, I'm a baby. I need my training wheels.
Sad. Prison Island though? Let's go. Neutral? You hardly ever see this one done, because you'll usually be doing the dark mission here.
That's true. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of novel. So Prison Island Dark is really, really cool, one of the best levels, which is why we're not doing it. We're just gonna get to the goal ring, which is basically exactly where the dark level finishes.
Yeah, you go like a tiny little bit further and then you're just completely done with the stage, and you also didn't have to kill a million enemies along the way. Well, you still have to kill some to get the meter, but...
Yeah. So yeah, one of the reasons that like Prison Island Dark is really cool is you have to raise both your Chaos Control gauge and your Chaos Blast gauge, because you want to do Chaos Control now, and you want to have Chaos Blast later in order to run on the Acid Pit here. Apparently, in Prison Island Neutral, you just want the Chaos Control.
They just
and
put
then,
a Chaos Blast orb right there.
Yeah, there's such things in this game as Chaos Control orbs or Chaos Blast orbs, and they fill the entire meter. And so you don't have to fill the blast meter all the way here in Neutral, when you're just trying to get to the goal ring. You can just pick up that one there, so that's cool. And then here's the goal ring.
Pay me? So glad we're going to be able to see Sky Troops while other gamers are in Glyphic Canyon. You can see just how similar they really are.
Yes, the neutral mission for this is also get to the goal ring. So this is the only mission where doing Eggman's goal is actually the hero mission. Because typically you have Eggman or Black Doom as the antagonist to be your dark mission. But in Sky Troops you actually have both of those dudes. And so they decided that Eggman is the hero mission.
Awesome. See, I'm not too familiar with the routing of this stage, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Got the shadow rifle, I see.
I know there's some really, really long, slow sections that we're going to be using Chaos Control to avoid, and if for some reason we screw up and fail to do that, it's going to be losing a lot of time. So here's one of the sections that this is exactly what we'll be skipping later on. This section's pretty short, and it's too early into the stage to have Chaos Control, but that's pretty much the last we'll be seeing of that little mech thing. Do a collision jump off of there. Normally what they call those are SDHJs, so spin dash high jump.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I see it. What is it? It's a collision jump. I like to call them collision jumps. But yeah, the community accepts the name as spin dash high jump.
Have I seen it before?
Shadow does have a lot of those. I know that some like little like around this path you can just do a spin dash jump. Not this path, the one in Glyphic Canyon, right? You can just do a spin dash jump up there from off of seemingly nothing.
Yeah, spin dash high jump is probably like the trademark Shadow tech, I would say. Like that's the most like, yep, that's Shadow. Like when in doubt, can you spin dash high jump off of anything?
Shadow's main tech, holding forward. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is an auto screw here, but hopefully we can skip it with some routing of Chaos Control. Oh.
So that was weird. So there's basically two auto scroller paths you can go on there. One regular route and one that's behind the key door. And the key door one is faster. However, waiting for the key door to open is slow. So you want to like kind of jump around it basically. And so that's what was going on there.
Interesting. Next we do have Iron Jungle. Nobody ever sees Iron Jungle. Nobody ever plays Iron Jungle.
Yeah, it's quite a simple stage. Definitely in like expert mode at least. It's like, even though it's such a late game stage, it's basically a chance for a breather. It's like really quite simple.
Yeah. I'm
And
not
it's
sure
short.
why they put it at that part, but whatever.
Yeah, definitely like the stage length variance for some of these is kind of whack because obviously with it being choose your own adventure and there always being 6 levels, that means that there are 5 different mission 4s, 5 different mission 5. So it's, yeah, 5 different mission 5s, 5 different mission 6s, and yeah, they aren't all like the same length. So like Lost Impact Hero is a mission 5 that we'll see later, and that is significantly longer than Iron Jungle that we're seeing now.
Yeah, there is a long upward path at one point. I'm pretty sure you can just skip that with the routing though. You can also skip most of these areas. But it's also good to get Chaos Control, of course. Yeah, this is... Oh no! Is he gonna have to take the path? Oh, he is! Oh no!
So
Not the upwards path.
So for expert mode, I assume it's the same here. That's really tight. Like getting like the extra bit of chaos control needed to go up here. It means that you have to press, like you need to activate chaos control like frame 1 after it's open to you, or else you just won't be able to do that. There's a few instances of that which is unfortunate, where it's like you need to hit it frame 1, or else you're actually going to lose distance in your chaos control, which really sucks. And oh, that's a death.
Oh no.
He just got the checkpoint though, I think. Yeah, he
Okay.
did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's one of the only reason that that's a thing is a quirk of how Chaos Control works. So Chaos Control cannot stop if you are above a pit. So if you are like, you want to basically coordinate it so your Chaos Control will end when you are above a pit, so that you can get some extra distance out of it. And so that's how, like, situations there, if you were too slow activating the Chaos Control, then you're not going to have enough distance, and it's going to lose you a lot of ground because you're right in front of a bottomless pit. And there's platforms like that where it's like floating platforms in midair above, like an abyss. It counts that as well.
Let's
and also,
go.
like,
Said he got the extended one. That's cool.
let's go. Yeah, the extension's cool.
Gotta fight Egg Breaker. I think that's what he is on this one. I forget.
Yeah, they're all Egg Breaker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you just gotta mash the B button. It's an awesome fight.
World's hardest boss fight. They said it couldn't be done.
How does he do it?
Coming up on a very good stage, in my opinion, Lava Shelter. Although I did play the
Ooh.
dark version, I believe they played the hero here.
You know what? I don't know, because in these stage 6s there is no such thing as a neutral mission. You only have
Yeah.
hero and dark. And in this stage specifically, the boss that you get afterwards, because it's a different boss whether you do hero or dark. But in Lava Shelter, it's the same boss either way, and it is the exact same, even on level select. For example, if you get a new best time in one of them, it will show up in both of them, because it is exactly the same. So I'm not sure whether it matters whether you do hero or dark here. However, only one of them involves getting the gold ring, and that's hero.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they will get the gold ring, I believe. Not sure exactly, we'll have to see.
Yeah, hopefully it's dark. Lava Shelter Dark is one of the ILs of all time. It's genuinely
Absolutely.
so good. Like, Shadow, when it hits, it's really good. There's some ILs that are beautiful.
They agreed to doing hero? Sad.
No! So, those, like that giant red thing you pass there, it's like a magma defense system, volcano defense system. You have to hit all of them. You just shoot it once with your shadow rifle.
Yeah, and it
And-
does actually change the course of the level a bit. It causes some
Yeah.
pits to be filled with lava, and so it
Yeah,
technically makes it harder, I guess.
yeah, definitely. It just brings up the lava level in a lot of places. And so like here, where this like slope is, the entire bottom of that would be covered in lava. So it definitely does raise the challenge level.
No,
So
downward
right there,
swimming attacks. Sad.
yeah. So like that would have killed him because he would have fell in the lava, for example. And so like the lower parts here would all be filled with lava. We're gonna see a spin dash high jump here, I think? No? Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, because in the hero mission, what is going on? Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I forgot where the hero mission actually goes. In the dark mission, not even the dark mission, what am I even thinking of? Is it just expert mode that you have to go all the way up? No, it is hero. Where are we going?
Yeah, maybe this is an alternate path. I'm not too sure on how hero works. Because this is definitely not the path you take in dark. You are definitely not going anywhere near here. Oh, it does take you straight to the end. Interesting.
Yeah. You know what's awesome? So this path still exists in expert mode. However, the gold ring is not there. The gold ring is in expert mode. It is where the 5th volcano defense system is for dark, and so it expects you to take the dark path. However, the hero path is still there. So if you like don't really know that, you could just go down the hero path, and there's no way of getting back.
Interesting. It looks like Zeddy is not chaos controlling at all. Interesting. Looks like he has not picked up any enemy kills the whole level.
Probably died then, I guess.
Oh yeah, probably. I wasn't looking.
Oh.
Sad.
Actually, no, he's got 135 rings. He probably... You know what? I don't know. I guess he did. I have no idea.
Egg Dealer, though, this boss sucks. This boss is no fun.
I have no idea about Egg Dealer, but you do a little.
I'm not sure I know. I know there's a huge paper on how to beat him optimally.
Yeah.
I sure as hell haven't read it.
I've like read it, but I've not understood it. It looks like something that you'd need to go step by step with while playing it. But yeah, there's like so we've like labbed out as a community what to do in this fight, except it's like it's like a thesis paper. It's what the fuck am I
It's so
looking
long.
at?
It's like 14 pages on a single boss fight. I don't understand.
Nice to see you, Shadow Andrew. I'll turn
So don't worry, like I mean,
with my latest and
yeah, bring your brain if you ever want to learn how to do this fight. Or you could just, you know, do it casually. It's not like there's much difference. It's just an RNG fight.
Well, that's GG for Dream Syntax for the second part. Let's go. Just one more story left for him.
He's just got to do only hero missions, which I think is probably like the more fun of these three categories. As I've alluded to, I've tried to learn all hero missions, but I basically stopped because I just was addicted to ILing Final Haunt Hero. And I just did it for like way too long. I got a really good time. My thumb hurt, and I've literally just not. I then didn't speedrun Shadow for like 2 years until the expert mode tournament. After that point.
Yeah, the Shadow Thumb is real. I don't know why it's real, but it really is.
Yeah,
I don't know how these gamers always play it. I could not do that.
Yeah, just with the GameCube controller, just holding up eternally, like you have to do for Shadow, it eventually like hurts your thumb. Or like strains it, whatever. And you have to stop playing.
Yeah, Egg Dealer does not look that difficult. It's not that difficult casually. Doing it optimally, though, that is way harder than it needs to be.
So this is our third and final Westopolis playthrough, and this one is the hero mission. And I think this has had a reroute since I tried to learn it 2 years ago. So you have to defeat all of the Black Arms enemies, of which there's 45. And there's, the general route last time was that we got to the end of the stage and then we checkpoint warped because all of the checkpoints in this game also are warp points, which is really cool. You can activate a warp point just by running over the checkpoint and then you can come back to it later, or you can go to other checkpoints and fire it. And you go like earlier into the stage from the end of the stage to then take an alternate path. So let's see what he does this time. Let's see if the reroute exists. So we're doing some chaos control. So yeah, that definitely suggests that we're going to come back here later.
Yeah. Hit the checkpoint. Definitely didn't need to hit the checkpoint there, so that's probably suggesting the new route.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there are some enemies after the goal ring, and like after the goal ring, there is like a second end of the stage, but it's 25 seconds away, and 20 of those seconds are just this vertical fall. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Shadow the Hedgehog level design, pretty wholesome.
So here is the three other dudes, and then we're going to take the checkpoint back to the very start, I think. Oh no, it is to here. It's to here. I guess he went left. So this is actually how I. Oh, I remember what reroute is. So you generally do that. You do that same path. However, the first time that Dream was going through the stage, he took a break in his chaos control, and that allowed I'm kind of like assuming what it did, but it essentially meant that more enemies were killed through his chaos control. Because as you blast through the stage, it does kill enemies. So I guess that like certain enemies hadn't spawned in or something. Like it gave him a chance to spawn in, so then he could kill them with the chaos control. So that meant that the second time around, he didn't have to go as far.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty much blind on this path. Sorry.
Fine. So Lethal Highway is next, and Lethal Highway is really cool. And there's going to be a strat that they do right at the start. There is such thing in this game as a random capsule, and it's not just for rings like in Sadex. It's all the different power-ups. It just cycles through them, So that means it's not random. It is like deterministic. You can see it, and if you like know the order and you know which one is before the one you want, you can shoot as it comes up, and then your bullet will hit it for the one you want. So we want the fire shield because that's really powerful. And so we're going to shoot when it gets to the green shield, which is the one right before it, and it's in the sky just here. So we're going to go up here and then shoot. Oh, invincibility. What? Oh yeah, we want invincibility.
Oh yeah, for this round, yeah.
Because it's Lethal Highway Hero, so we need to destroy this escape pod, and so that just means like barraging it, and invincibility gives you infinite ammo. So we ran out of invincibility, but he died, so that's cool. All these escape pod missions, they have like a really long like animation of dying after you've shot them. After you've destroyed them, you can still like shoot and whatever. It just has a really, really long animation before the timer finally stops.
Oh
And
yeah, I remember that about Airfleet Dark.
Yeah. So I think that Dream got it before invincibility ran out, but he just kept shooting anyway.
Makes sense. You got nothing better to do anyway.
Yeah, next up we have Circus. Actually, no, we don't. We have Black Ball. I have an awesome story about my personal experience with this fight. When I was a kid, I was really bad at video games. And so I got to this point in the story and was like, oh wow, I've never seen this guy before. I must be getting pretty deep into the story.
Awesome.
I love recounting that.
Haters would not understand.
So there's a really cool strat here. So chaos control in stages, like just has you zip through the stage, but chaos control in bosses slows everything down, even the main timer. It will even slow the timer down to a crawl, and it'll allow like Black Ball to just like move really slowly so that you can like get a bunch of shots in. But for speedruns, as you can imagine, that's like whack as shit because we use RGT. So
Yeah.
it means like the entire goal is just to get chaos control as fast as you can and then to shoot.
Yeah, Dream Syntax says that since the new SX cut has the timer slow disabled, so that's why he didn't do it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that SX will introduce. It's just going to revert that because for speedrunners, that's like entirely not what we want. It's a cool casual gimmick, but we really don't want that as a speedrunner.
I won't allow them to do what they want to anymore.
Now we get to Circus Park. You gotta get, what is it, 400 rings? Awesome.
Yeah. So one thing that's really cool in this game is that when you get hit, you don't lose all of your rings. You only lose 10 of them. So that's like pretty much exclusive to Shadow. I don't think that's the case in any other Sonic game. So that's really cool. And that is definitely helpful in here because the goal is to get 400 rings. And so there is a strat you can do, an IGT abuse strat, and that's to do with checkpoint warps. Because when you go through a checkpoint, or when you are just like in the checkpoint menu, time doesn't advance at all. So that's how so that's one of the side effects of when you're doing chaos control glitch. The timer is completely frozen because you're in the pause menu. And so that makes that even worse for speedrunning. And so yeah, checkpoint warps you can go between, and so it like distorts the IGT and RTA because the IGT doesn't pass when you're warping in the menu. And so obviously we want 400 rings, and there's a bunch of gongs in the stage. And if you hit them, they give you 50 rings. And there's one right near the start of the stage, just behind a checkpoint. And so what the IL strat is you take the second checkpoint that Dream Syntax just passed 10 seconds ago, you walk back to it from there, you go back and hit the gong, you go forward, you warp back forward, you warp back, etc., like 7 times.
Awesome.
Out of my
It's
way,
horrific.
monster.
And technically for the leaderboards, that's like allowed, except it would basically get outlawed like as soon as someone tries to do that. Like it'd get like air-butted. You can't do that.
Damn. No IGT cheese? Why live?
Well, I mean, this stage is genuinely really fun. I've IL'd this stage without the checkpoint warps, and it's really cool. The only stages that I didn't do was Death Ruins and Lost Impact in my learning. I was just like, just in my IL grind zone, so I wasn't really in the mood for RTA speedruns. I was just like grinding Circus Park and Final Haunt to Hell and back. And I was like, right, I'm done playing Shadow now.
Yep, Shadow's over.
So those springs that you can take, that like for Dream right then, the spring that took him into the goal, those springs, like, are really jank, frankly. You kind of... What the hell is that?
What?
I've never seen this.
They have rings?
Okay. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I did not know about this. Got the new Dream Syntax strats? Insane.
Can't believe they just added that to the SX mod.
Unbelievable. How could Zeddy do this?
That's crazy.
Is there Egg Breaker again, or do we go to the next?
No, the other Egg Breaker is after Mad Matrix, so we don't.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So yeah, there's only 4 stages that we don't see by doing this, which is the Doom, Air Fleet, Mad Matrix, and Space Gadget.
I am
so
unaware of the fast tank RNG, but it doesn't sound great.
Fast Tank RNG, which stage?
Lethal Highway, that's what Dream Syntax said in chat.
Oh.
Pokemon Master.
Oh, I have no idea. So let's see, what is Death Runes? Oh, this is kill all the enemies. So yeah, I'm afraid I don't really have any insightful commentary in this stage. I've never really done it or seen it.
Yeah, you just kill all the enemies, forehead.
Death Runes is definitely a pretty cool stage. It's another one in the expert mode run that's basically a breather. There's not much going on here.
Oh, looks like Pokemon Master did beat the tank eventually. That's what we like to see.
So let's see Jacko in the top left. So he's not on the SX mode. So is the timer going to slow down for him when he gets Chaos Control? So that's it. That was his animation he did when he got to half health. Okay, I imagine no, or else he would have done it by now, surely.
Sorry,
I guess...
Peter.
Oh, I guess they're basically just... What is going on? Because you still want to do a Chaos Control so that the dude doesn't move.
Oh, the timer didn't slow down. He must be playing on SX on console then.
Okay, so I think it's just Pokemon Master who isn't. Okay. Yeah, you still want Chaos Controls so that he, like, stops moving, so you can't even say, like, gentlemen's just don't do that. The solution is just to have the timer move normally. So we'll see it for Pokemon Master.
There's no the Doom, but there is Lost Impact.
Thank God. That list stage is sister stage. Okay, so we'll see the timer slow down soon, I'm sure. He's got 11 bullets.
Uh-oh. Dream Syntax has 49 out of 50.
Oh no. Okay, so yeah, there we're seeing on Pokemon Master. It's really slowed down, so you can, see the centiseconds increase.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Dream has finished that stage now.
Let's go. Found the enemy. That's good.
Don't give up. Yes, sir. We are complete.
Interesting fact.
Yeah?
Dream Syntax says that there's a tiny collision sphere that makes the tank go super fast in Lethal Highway for no reason.
Oh, there is! Yeah! I'm not sure if that's like a consistent thing, but he was doing, or somebody was doing, like, Lethal Highway attempts at one point, and there's a clip of it, and then the escape pod just, like, hits the gas and just yeets off, and it's so fast, and literally could not catch up to it. Every time you got to another point where it, like, spawns in, it just went so quickly, and you couldn't catch it.
Damn.
So in this game, Dream is like a huge scientist for it. If he sees anything, he is going to go into a level editor to see exactly what is going on, and he'll find it. So that's really cool to have. And so yeah, so he was like, what caused that? And then I guess he found that there was like some sphere collision thing that does it. Oh no, Pokemon Master died trying to go backwards to get the gong.
Unfortunate. Oh, we got Lost
I won't
Impact
let
up
you
next,
get away
maybe?
with trying
Yeah.
to evade this
No.
planet.
Oh yeah, we beat Black Ball. So there's 2 Black Balls, and they're both on the pure dark path, pure dark,
Awesome.
all dark mission path, and you have to. It's basically the same thing. It's not even like a heavy dog where like the arena's different. You just shoot the dude. It's really stupid. So yeah, Lost Impact. So this is like the infamous mission where you have to destroy the 35 artificial chaos enemies.
They did not have to make that many artificial chaos enemies. They did not have to make so many automated sections. Horrible. I don't know how they do it. I could not IL this.
Behold the ultimate power.
This is what Final Haunt Hero saved me from.
Thank you, Final Haunt Hero.
This is a really
There's
long
no way
stage,
you can stop me.
and I can't really give much commentary to this either, to be honest.
I can't either. But it is so long. That's why our runners are an hour in of the 130 estimate. They're on the second to last stage. They're
True.
gonna be here for a while.
Oh, I can give some commentary actually. So for the longest time, so like obviously this game doesn't have an incredibly active player base, and there's a ton of ILs. So some IL records were just like held by people that you've like never heard of before. And there was an IL record of Lost Impact Hero held by someone called like Jack and Daxter 2007 or something.
Thank God.
And on PS2, and the PS2 version is horrible. It like can't keep a consistent frame rate at all. And the time is like 4 minutes something, and you watch the very end of it where you're on one of those trolley sections and you're shooting the final thing, and you can see the centiseconds. It's horrible.
Nice.
And for the longest time, that was world record. It's been beaten now, but it's just like, what the hell is going on here?
Thank you, Jack and Dax in 2007.
I mean, it was Jack and Daxter something. I'm probably disrespecting him by saying 2007. Let me try and find the board. Doesn't even have an SRC account. It was just like, a white
Nice.
name.
Probably from like 2008 or something.
Let's see, Lost Impact. Yeah. Oh, it was Jack and Daxter Sonic Nate on PS2, and now Dream Syntax has beaten it by 42 seconds. So 22 seconds, 22. And that was set in 2015. So yeah, that's just how some of the Shadow Isle boards are. There's just
Yeah.
progressively less and less of them. I'm not sure if there are any like that anymore.
Why would you do that to Jack and Daxter Sonic Nate? Horrible.
God, what is going on here? Oh yeah, for that particular artificial chaos that Dream is facing, that one is a particularly massive boy. Like that guy is fat, and so
Hey, I know.
and so it takes like the particles that he shoots out. You have to shoot all of them, else he's going to regenerate. And so there's just way more than normal over, and it's over like a more like spread out area.
Looks like we're almost done. Insane. They said it couldn't be done. That guy's pretty big too.
You can use that experiment
Hmm.
without stopping using your homing attacks, but it's very dangerous.
Engaging mutated.
All these
So there's only 5 left. So it
One
looks like there's been a reroute, because that one that Dream just got, I'm pretty sure is like the end of the stage in the Jack and Daxter route. So yeah, we're backtracking now.
Are you alright? I think half of them are left. This is a special quarter.
Oh, there he is. It's over.
Careful not to fall.
We got the drum stage coming up? Oh no, wait, we got Egg Breaker first, my bad.
No, actually, that's Man Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
So there is no fight here. It is Final Haunt. And so yeah, this stage is really cool. We're probably going to see like a 2:30 around then, maybe a bit higher, 2:30 to 3 minutes. So yeah, this stage, like, the music is kind of cool as well. It's like a party atmosphere kind of thing. And there's actually one strategy that I like utilized. So after there's a chaos, the first chaos control in the stage. After it, you want to shoot for like giant enemies. That what are they called? Like black oaks. That's it. The really giant dudes. But they're like spread out, so you need to like go to the left and then to the right and then back to the left to shoot them. And as you're running really fast, you have to like have good timing on your shots if you actually want to hit them. And I discovered a strat. You can shoot the bullets to the beats of the music because the music will restart at exactly the same point after the chaos control.
No way.
So I can't hear the music right now, but so I'm gonna like try and sing it. Not sing, but like count them out. So like to the beats of the music that's coming now, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the beats. So you shoot on 3, 4, 1, 2.
No way.
It's really cool. So here's a strat you can do that I discovered. This is a 1-second time save. I discovered it entirely by accident. So the shadow rifle shots shoot really slowly. Actually, they like travel through the air quite slowly. And so you can aim for that bird, and then afterwards open turn the switch to actually have the door be unlocked to that area, and you can do that, and the bullet won't have hit the door by then. And so I was like, oh fuck, I shot things in the wrong order. Let me just shoot the switch anyways and continue the run. And then it worked, and I'd saved a second. I was like, oh shit, I need to tell everyone this.
Damn, let's go. Free time save.
3 times save. So yeah, there's so in Final Haunt Hero, it's just get to the end of the stage, and in Final Haunt Dark, you have to hit the 4 switches. However, to do the hero route, like the optimal route to get to the end of the stage, does involve hitting one of the switches. So I think it's the one that we just saw. And so you can see here there is a barrier up right now, and you have to jump around it. And so that's a really awesome place to die and lose your run.
Yeah.
Especially because like in the final like 30 seconds of the stage, there's almost nothing. You have like a door tech, and then you have that jump, and so the entire time you're basically just bracing for it and like don't screw it up, and just try to execute it. Just try not to get into your head. If it was like right, like still in a section where there isn't 30 seconds before it, and you probably wouldn't overthink it, but it's really easy to overthink just because you're literally just waiting for it to happen.
Makes sense. Dream Syntax almost done though? We just got Black Doom.
Yeah, so this fight's cool. So the Black Doom fights, he has 3 attacks, and it is like RNG, and one of them is bad, 2 of them's good. So he's going to do the bad one, so that's awesome. So the gun we have for this fight does a ton of damage, so we can do this fight faster than the one that you can in the Gun Fortress area. The one for the Cosmic Fall area, I can't really comment on. I don't know how that goes. So here's the good one, so we're probably going to kill him now, just because of how fast his health's going to deplete. Yeah, there we go, done.
GG. That is time for Dream. Let's go.
Well done.
Got our gamers catching up.
Yeah, that's definitely well done to Dream. And getting a really solid time that really destroys the estimate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jacko just missing out there. He hit the switch, but wasn't on the elevator. Oh, you know what? There's a really cool thing. And by cool, I mean horrible.
Oh.
So this is the sister stage to the Doom, and there's these elevators here. And as you can see, they move at like, you know, a pretty reasonable speed, if anything a little fast. And in the Doom, they actually move incredibly slowly. And Dream discovered that it's straight up a bug. They typed it in wrong. It's supposed to move at the same speed, but it moves instead at like a half to a third speed. It's crazy.
Awesome. Shadow programming, great.
Is there a shield in the way? Must be linked to a switch somewhere back along the way.
I think I have it the right way around. The right and Lost in Back and wrong in the Doom. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
So we meet
I'm having second doubts now that I've said it, but yeah.
I
Definitely at
would
least in
be
one of the
able to
places.
correct you anyway, so we'll go with it.
That looked pretty fast there, at least. It's definitely slower in other places, and obviously, I played the Doom more, so I've seen that more.
Yeah, Dream says you're correct.
Okay, cool.
Just got Zeddy going into Black Doom now. Let's go. Probably second place. Oh, that was pretty fast.
That's the half. I think.
That is
Yeah,
so
there
fast.
we go.
GG's to not Jacko, Zeddy, my bad.
Zeddy,
Whoops. Got a little confused by the names again.
yeah, finishing 2 minutes behind. Pretty decent. Well done.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the final total IGTs were for everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna like compile it at the end.
Perfect.
We just gotta get Jacko, Pokemon Master fight it out in Lost Impact.
Yeah, they've still got a bit of a way to go. I suppose it's a good thing that Jacko was around, so Pokemon Master can have this race against them.
4 seconds Black Doom. Wow.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
So yeah, how's gaming, everybody?
This isn't over yet. The Black Arms will rise.
I don't know, do we want to get the people finishing, or do we want to wait for everybody to finish for any interviews?
Probably wait, there's not too long left. So
Okay.
they're both in the 3x count, so they'll be done real soon. Jacko was having a lot of trouble with this dude, which is pretty common, honestly. Because he's just so big. There we go, that's him. I can't see how many he has left. Is he like 27?
Yeah, 27 it
Oh,
looks like.
Well, it's at 30. Whoops. So Pokemon Master's ahead. Pokemon Master's got 34. So he's doing the Jack and Daxter route. So where it ends here. There we go. It's like Jack
Yeah, it
was
looks
also
like
doing that. Yeah.
Hopefully Jacko and Pokemon Master were tracking their IGTs, because we weren't. Oops. Just gotta go through Final Haunt again. Yes, Drum Basher stage.
Yes. Yeah, this stage is very not good for the Shadow Thumb, because to start off with, you just hold straight, and then there's a big reset point in the IL right here. See, there's a shadow box, you want to slide into it and land perfectly. You want to like do this the slide and then the flip perfectly, so that you break the box and land on where the Shadow Rifle lands, so that you can just pick it up and keep on running. And if you fail that, then you just have to reset and hold forward again, do it all again. So you can get into like a cycle of just holding up for like a couple minutes straight. That's the Shadow Thumb.
I definitely got it in Gun Fortress the most, but I also haven't played Final Haunt very much at all. Chaos Control, gaming.
Oh, so doing a jump there to slow himself down to make it easier. Fair enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't Drum IL. We don't have to do everything super fast.
Whoa,
We don't
whoa!
really want to reset.
Sheesh. That looked scary, so he uses momentum and just keep going and then jump. But that is definitely scary because, like, for that section, before you get to the bottomless pit, there's a downslope. There's a lip that points downwards. So if you try to like jump as late as possible, then you'll actually just like be heading downwards. So you're not gonna have enough height. So you need to jump really early if you're gonna plan on jumping. So I was pretty concerned there.
Damn. Did not know that. Don't know the final haunt facts. Very sad. Sometime I gotta set up SX.
Yeah, when SX comes around, I think it's gonna be awesome. Because Shadow is genuinely really cool. We're definitely gonna like throw some more events. I think
Let's go.
because we've already had the one Shadow event so far, and you know with SX being so close, you can definitely expect something when a final SX release drops.
Wait, it is close? I didn't actually know that. I don't
I
know
mean,
the fact.
I mean it's March, and it's been oh god, but no! I mean that's why we
Got the checkpoint though. That's why.
yeah
We get the
that's why I touched a checkpoint.
Let's go.
Yeah, well I
Finish
mean, SX has been in development for a while, and obviously there's not been too many changes. It's mostly just like bug testing and stuff. So I don't think we're going to be waiting too much longer, but I don't have any inside information.
Makes sense. Haven't kept up with the Shadow community that much because most of the time I just play on emulator and that's not legal. Oh! Jacko almost died there as well, but got a little collision boost there to make it back up. Black Doom time? Gaming?
Like in time. So because of where they are, RNG could honestly swing this. So he has 3 attacks. There's the meteor attack, which he's not doing. There's the purple one, which he did, and the red one, which is also really good. Okay, no, he's just doing it. So yeah, basically, if you get any of the 2 good attacks, then he doesn't have he doesn't turn invincible. But with meteor attack, he becomes invincible, so you can't shoot him until after the attack is well over. But with the other 2 attacks, you can shoot him while he's still doing it. And because of how powerful the gun is, his health depletes so quickly that you can just do it in the first phase of attack.
Oh, restarting? Let's go,
Yeah.
Jacko, finishing up. Oh no, missing shots. Oh no, gonna have to restart again. You hate to see it.
It's also random where he chooses to be. He can either go to any corner or he can go to the middle.
GG.
GG.
Very good. All runners quite a bit underestimated.
Yeah, really sick. They've been putting a lot of prep into this lately, talking about it in the Shadow server. They've definitely been really trying when putting this together, so really sick to see it go so well.
What's up, Zeddy? How you feeling about the run?
Mistakes were made, but it was fun.
Let's go. As long as you're having fun, that's what matters.
Right.
And we have Jacko here. Jacko, it's sick that we could have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, you lost the race to Pokemon Master by 1 minute, but it was sick to see you guys like so close together pretty much the entire race.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get Dream and Pokemon in pretty soon.
Hello.
Hello. How you feeling about the run?
I played like ass because I didn't practice that much compared to my other run last night.
That.
I would argue that you needed to practice that one more than any of the others.
Yeah.
If that warp trick is hard as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just glad Clifford Canyon cooperated.
What's up? Hello, Pokemon Master. How you feeling
Oh, Dream.
about the run?
I feel not good today, but it was okay. Like I got egg dealered dead on mid-egg dealer, so after that, the had no chance of winning.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Remind me to never play Lost Impact ever again.
I saw Jacko. I was like, no.
Happened, Jacko.
There was one time where I actually thought I missed something, and then I got to the final 2 Artificial Chaos, and I was like, okay, I didn't miss anything.
Let's go. What's
Out
up,
of
Tree?
curiosity,
Congrats.
thank you. Yes, GG indeed. Did anyone happen to get the Westopolis Dark double CC? Because I didn't.
I didn't.
I almost got the Heroes double CC and then forgot to get the egg vacuum and had a hard time
saw
recovering.
that. I was like, oh, rip Eddie.
I was so focused on getting the double that I forgot that the most critical part is getting the better weapon.
Yep. Yeah, my Westopolis Hero went great. I actually got the double CC and the vacuum, which was a surprise.
Wow.
But I didn't get the dark one, so that was a rip.
Like, when I was going through the arc, I forgot to get the Shadow Rifle.
Oh no.
Oh, damn.
Oh, so you were just going Black Vault the whole way?
Not Black Vault, I grabbed one of the other rifles, but the Shadow Rifle is definitely the better option.
Yeah, 2 shots opposed to everything else.
Does anyone have any tips for the lethal highway cycle to get the invincibility? I just completely screwed that up, and that cost me like 2 minutes to get the highway.
If I saw that correctly, you got a bug that made it like dumb.
Really?
Is that correct, Dream?
Oh, yeah. So you actually got the... I know you're talking about the invincibility cycle, but you actually got the fast black tank, too. Like, the tank just took off. So you were
That
screwed.
happens to me like every time, though.
That means you're hitting, like, this very specific spot of collision that triggers that. It's, like, so tiny, too, so that's terrible.
Like, our death strat's even faster IGT.
Not for SX.
Single segment.
And for the invincibility, all you have to do, if you're going like the optimal pace, you just have to slow down like briefly, like half a second before you do the jump, and then you'll get it. That's the way I do it.
Really stinks.
But
It seems like we were all pretty close, so I guess the different settings that we tried to make things as even as possible worked out nicely.
right.
Let's go.
Yeah, normally SX would take way more advantage of emulator settings, being able to load faster. We would take out the partner cutscenes, doors would be open automatically. But to keep things fair with those that had to play on console, we took those out. But
Yeah, I was thinking about playing on emulator, but after trying to get my GameCube adapter to work with Dolphin, I don't know if it's a hardware issue. It probably is, maybe. But I just thought, you know what, I'll play on console.
Fair enough. That was actually a good like sanity test, so we can check later if the load times were the same or not, because that'd be
Right.
good to know.
Because I'm loading from Nintendo on an SD card. So
Okay, and that was what the I assume unlock was off because we were trying to match.
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yeah, you would have been like way ahead of us if it wasn't. You'd be like, you were done 20 minutes ago. Like, what are taking you guys so long?
Yeah, because SD card loads are just so much faster compared to disc.
I got this weird thing threw me off in the digital circuit. Happens to me like rarely, but my A button stopped working. Like for like 4 to 5 seconds, I couldn't jump whatsoever.
Oh,
you know what?
that happened a lot.
Yeah. No, I've seen that happen too.
Especially
know,
on
like,
Westopolis,
Just
I
the
get
game
that.
eats your input. You can't.
Yeah,
I almost died because of that at the very end of.
I know, like, input polling in this game is absolute shit. I know that.
Yep,
Could be better.
can confirm. It does the check at the very end of the reset. Anyway, this has been fun. Yeah, good race. Good stuff.
Yeah, GG's. Any final words? Otherwise, we'll probably send it over to the team, which will be me having to restream on it. So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you're
No.
interested in learning more about Shadow the Hedgehog, we have a Discord now that we're trying to keep organized. So you can find out more at shadowspeedrun.com, which is a very in-progress website that we're doing. You can find more information there about Shadow SX as well. And yeah, glad that you guys were able to enjoy.
This is a good race. to have participated with all three of you.
Yeah, it was a very fun race.
Yeah. I hope you stick around for the rest of the marathon. We'll try to get some big hitters here. So this was the big hitter for Shadow. Next up we have naturally they've entered Sonic Advance 2 with Knuckles, which should honestly be really cool, and Hib is there as well. And then we have Labris with Silver Story No Credits Warp. Obviously he's been grinding that to shit lately, almost getting world record. And then we have the famous Revo, Team Dark Unrestricted, which is probably going to be the best run. And then
Crazy.
And then the only thing that can contest it for best run after, which will be Drag Ralis doing max stages in SADX, which will be glitches galore with Reinhardt as the commentator. And Reinhardt knows so much about like the science of this game that he'll be able to offer really good commentary there for what's going on.
So yeah, that's all from us. Goodbye forever, gamers. Until the next run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until the next Sacer marathon.